What if I told you that nothing in your life exists in isolation? That every thought, every action, every shift you make is in relationship with everything else? That healing your body heals your partnerships? That speaking your truth clears your skin? That releasing one toxic connection makes space for divine alignment elsewhere? This is not metaphor. This is energetic law. Let's get into it. Welcome to Star Potential, a podcast where we explore the meaning of our existence while having a few laughs and sometimes tears through stories from the road of life. I'm your host, Jo Hughes. As a stage performer, my life is quite literally about song and dance. I believe that life here on Earth is a playground for discovery, not a contest to be won. We ask questions together like, how do I evolve my consciousness? And how do you sing a passionate ballad when there's an old guy in the front row with his balls showing? True story. Stick around for these fun conversations. Welcome back to Star Potential, where we explore what it means to live, to lead, and to evolve from the inside out. I'm your host, Julie Jo, and today I'm inviting you into a deeper awareness of the invisible web that we are all a part of. This episode is about relationship. I'm not necessarily just talking about romantic or relational, but the cosmic interrelationship of all things. Whether you're beginning a new morning routine, healing from a heartbreak maybe, or simply deciding what to eat today, every single choice that you make sends a ripple through the field of your life. And when we begin to see this clearly, we can stop trying to fix the isolated problems and start tuning into the whole system. In this conversation, I'm going to share with you some stories, some examples, and reflections to help you see the beautiful, sometimes confronting truth that you are always co-creating the harmony or the dissonance of your world. So let's dive in. I wanted to start today by sharing an experience that I had this week as I was waking up for the day and taking my dog outside for a walk. And you may or may not have heard me mention in previous episodes that I have been going through the process of the invisible braces this year called Invisalign. It's not something I haven't been the most willing participant. In fact, I have pretty much complained the whole way through it. I didn't like that I had to wear them 23 hours a day. It threw off the way that I like to eat, which is a little bit at a time, kind of grazing all throughout the day. It just totally threw off how I do all things, right? And it wasn't all bad. But as somebody who uses their smile and their mouth for what they do for a living, I found it highly inconvenient to have to wear these trays in my mouth all the time, which make it sound like I have a lisp, which make it hard for me to speak clearly or without sounding super spitty and saliva-ish. And I tried to do my best to have them on as much as I could throughout the day because I didn't want to have to wear them any longer than I had to either. But one of the biggest complaints I had was that it changes the way that you hold your face. So because these big plastic things are fit around my teeth, I can not close my mouth in the same way. I feel like I had plastic surgery or something, like a duck. Like I feel like my face has looked like this for the past 6 months because I can't fully close my mouth in a relaxed way, the way that I'm used to. And I also feel like it has affected the muscles in my face, not in a good way. I'm holding tension up in my face, which has led to holding tension in my neck, which has led to holding tension in my shoulders, which I've been working for the past 2 years to consciously relieve and alleviate some of that tension because that's naturally where I hold my stress. I've been working so consciously to relax all those muscles, and I felt like suddenly I was thrust back into this place where something is making me tense there all the time, and I didn't really know how to release that when there's this giant barrier that's preventing me from relaxing the muscles of my face. And I feel like I wake up in the mornings and like my face looks different because I don't have the full freedom to move all the muscles of my face the way I normally would because of this change. So as I was walking the dog on one of the mornings this week, I decided not to wear my retainer as I was walking around. And because we were back in the trees where I wasn't out in the public eye as much, I'm moving my face around like crazy. Those of you who are watching this on YouTube can really appreciate the faces I'm about to make. But, I'm doing things that, so for those of you watching the video, it looks like this. If you've ever done acting or voice classes, they often have you do things like that. Or in a yoga class, you may have done crazy faces like that just help you relieve tension from the places in your face. And I was doing that walking the dog because I just felt like, I got to shake out this weird feeling in my face where some of the muscles almost feel like they've been paralyzed and other of the muscles are having to work overtime to overcompensate for the work that these muscles are no longer doing. Okay, and it reminded me of this interconnectedness that everything has. You can never just affect one thing and think that it's only affecting that one thing. If you affect one thing, there is an effect on all the other pieces around it, right? Everything that it touches, everything that it's in relationship with will also be affected on some level. And so I'm not able to just fix the straightening of my teeth without it also affecting some things in my face. This is also why I don't get Botox or fillers or any kind of foreign treatments to my face, because I have this holistic understanding that affecting any one part of my face is going to affect other places of my face. So if I fill in these lines here, then these muscles around it are going to work harder. And over time, those places are going to need filler. If I pull this back, then this is going to look nice and bright and shiny and new. But soon I'm going to think all of this isn't looking so nice. And that's going to lead to wanting more and more interventions. I could use the same example when it came to wanting to have a natural childbirth, because I read lots of books and lots of studies about how one medical intervention leads to the next, leads to the next, leads to the next. And anytime we are intervening with something in an ecosystem, by natural law, it's going to affect everything else as well. And that's what I want to be our main point today. I want you to start to think of your life and your reality as an energetic ecosystem. So we have to remember that every single choice is relational. And I want you to think about the idea of an energetic ecology. You can also think of it as the ripple principle. Just remember that everything is inherently neutral. And when we make a shift to anything, that ripple effect will in turn make a shift to everything else in some degree. So this can work both positively and negatively, okay? So for example, if you want to introduce a new health habit, like you start exercising every day, for instance, it's not just going to change the aesthetic look of your muscles or the strength of those muscles, right? It also has an effect on your mental well-being. It has an effect on your self-confidence. It has an effect on your schedule. It has an effect on your friendships. It ripples out to all these other areas of your life. Some of those might be positive, some negative, but they all seem to have an interconnected effect on each other. If you're changing a belief, the changing of that belief isn't just the belief that you're changing. Changing that belief also leads to shifts in your behavior, in your relationships, and in the outcomes that you're seeing from those things. But let's talk about some of the ways that a negative change can affect other things in your environment as well. Let's say you're hanging on to one super toxic relationship in your life. This could be one friend, one coworker, or a boss, or something like that. If it's draining your energy, it's disrupting your nervous system, if it's clouding your judgment, do you see how there's no way that can only be affecting the relationship between the two of you? That ripples out to all of your other relationships as well. If you're suppressing an emotion, that can lead to chronic patterns in seemingly unrelated areas, like money, or your digestion, or your conflict with others. So here are some questions I have for you today. I want you to reflect upon this either in meditation or as a journaling exercise, but I want you to think about, where am I pretending something is isolated when it's not? What's one shift that could create a healing ripple? Am I in the right relationship with my body, with my time, money, boundaries, truth? And the interesting thing is you may start to notice how when you start examining one area, there may be a pattern with other areas in your life as well, because it's all connected. So this week, I want you to try one micro practice with an area that you have identified. Maybe it's introducing some conscious breath work into your day. Maybe it's how hydrated you are. Maybe it's observing your boundaries around your priorities. Then journal on the impact of a single relationship. And then I want you to observe the ripple from a small inner shift. The next time you feel tempted to compartmentalize, to see a struggle as just about your health, or just about your partner, or just about your bank account, I invite you to pause. And remember, you are not a collection of separate parts. You, my friend, are a symphony. And the moment you tune one string, the music changes everywhere. May you walk forward from here not trying to control every single ripple, but simply becoming the kind of presence that sends ripples of healing, harmony, and remembrance wherever you go. Until next time, keep listening inward, keep trusting the unseen, and keep becoming who you already are. I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning into Star Potential with Jo Hughes. If this episode resonates with you, I invite you to take 2 seconds, scroll down and click 5 stars on the rating. It's a fast and easy way to help the show gain exposure and momentum. If you're loving the show, I invite you to leave a quick review about what you love. Reviews are like gold to podcasters. And to show my gratitude, you'll be entered to win my monthly giveaway when you send me a screenshot of your review. I also made you a gift. It's a 9-minute, simple gratitude meditation with singing to help you practice mindfulness. Just visit me on Instagram at @JulieJo or find the link in the show notes. Thank you for your love and support. Until next time, keep shining your light. And that's a wrap.